live. That's the way, man. How you roll?
Kirk, that's Bones. This is Rock. So this is Kirk Nice, the legendary Kirk Nice. Shades of Hip Hop. Remember those events on Sussex Avenue at the little bar back in the day? Sussex Avenue.
ATF, TSU.
Shades of Hip Hop. And he had a radio station back in the day down on Washington. I used to work with him. But yo, producer, rapper, these niggas been working.
Alright, that's what's up.
Working. So I just start off with thank you, bro. Bless. Yeah. I'm gonna play a few joints.
Destination is 2000. See what's on there.
That groove, that bang. 221. I see it, yeah.
All right, just double check, make sure they're in there.
Yeah, it's there.
All right. What's the name of this joint?
That song. Whose house?
No, but
this one is Bob James.
Bob James, yeah. Oh, what? That's the Mardi Gras. What was the Mardi?
Nautilus.
Oh, Nautilus.
This was yeah. I was funny. I was listening to that on the way down there.
This show is like, we talk about breaks, we talk about classic grooves, we talk about how the production of this shit from the 90s is like so different now, because the producers are different, all types of equipment that they're using. What else we get into? We get into like
Current events. You know what I'm saying? So, everything, we talk about it all.
you chilling. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Which one of you queens coming to get with this? Already got wine holding my arm in this, but I need a couple to add to my list. Take a position,
Okay, cool.
Ecstasy, calling you. I know you heard it, conceptual longevity. My name is Vatin Rasul Rasi. 10 to master sex, 2 and 3. Ecstasy, calling you. I know your hubby ain't giving you no action. Well, for one, he's too damn masculine. He need to relax and take some lessons on giving you a climax.
You got a bed for the intro? You want to just do it like this, or just want to do an intro and come back?
Yeah. I'm about to play it on now. Peace, that motherfucker.
Peace, prayer, the dance. Very timely.
Right? We'll run the instrumental. Let's just...
Okay. We just do do instrumental, do some tracks, and then we'll come back and do everything. Let's do an intro. You know what I mean? Little 1 minute. You might have to start out with this joint every week. Awesome. You know what I mean? Like, you might have to start with this joint, just like a little snippet at the beginning of every show. You dig? About to bring it up.
Yeah.
Bring them up.
Check it. Check. 1,
Yo,
2.
yo.
Hear me? 1, 2. Can you hear me better? Make sure you check my guest mic too.
Yes, sir.
I think
Come on. Bring me up over here, number 2.
Number 2. How y'all doing? Funky Cafe. This is all raw right here,
You
y'all.
might have to bring these down. Like, what is this, the headphones?
Another session. Funky Cafe with
Yes.
Sun Tzu and my brother, the legendary Kirk Nice.
Yes. Peace and belated birthday
Yo, thank you.
to
you. Oh, yeah.
DJ Sun Tzu.
Yo, 20th.
This is like almost like a birthday show,
Yo,
too,
this is
man.
definitely yours. Was like 2 weeks ago.
That's right, man. So we in here celebrating again, man.
Yo, definitely. Pisces season is here. You know, I love the fish people.
That's right. The Aquarius is here too.
Yo, we have a great show today, man. Like, it is not hard to find some official dope motherfuckers that just come right from the city.
All right.
What we got today, yo? We got Rock, producer Rock. If you don't know
Alright.
this brother is, something's wrong. Like, he's all over the place. He's doing scores for movies, commercials. He playing guitar 1 minute, he hitting drums the next. Like, he's just super talented, super ultra good dude. We got Rock in the building, and we got my man Bones.
You.
Bones,
Good.
MC, lyrical. Like, this is who I like listening to people like them, but I also got to see the growth over the years. And I got to
Alright.
see in the transition. Bones is actually an artist too. Bones is doing clothes, right?
Yeah.
Painting and
Paint, sneakers.
sneakers,
Murals,
jackets, whatever you need. You know what I mean?
All right.
But these brothers so talented when they come together and they do their project. You can follow them on Instagram. You see the videos that they have on Instagram, the songs. You can see what Rock is working on now. He has a very nice resume. I respect that. I respect people that work, yo.
That's
Not the
what's up.
brothers that just be talking. They want you to put them on in their show. You know, or not even show, but they want you. They just want shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they don't be doing nothing. Like, they don't work. But that's not the case today.
All right.
It's not the case.
So we got some good brothers in the
We got
house
some
tonight.
very good brothers.
Big.
And shout out to Jeff Bigsley. Like,
Yeah, Jeff.
Big brother Jeff.
Cobblestone Man.
Records, if
Yeah.
y'all don't know. Cobblestone Records is another, I guess it's, I want to say it's damn near like a pillar in Newark for the past, 20 years. Brick Mar worked with Cobblestone. Jeff did a movie like a couple of years ago, Give Me
Yeah.
Shelter. I mean, like,
I remember back in the day when it was Psycho Ward on Chadwick Ave.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? When they was Psycho Ward on Chadwick Ave. You did?
Yo.
Yes.
It's history, yo.
And then IOF, and then, you know what I mean? Like, but look, I want to shout you out though too for that little gem you brought us at the beginning of the show,
Oh,
man.
man, that's I played the Nautilus by Bob James. That's like every producer's like chopped and sampled and did shit with that. But then I had to bring back with the Impeach. Like, you know, that's the
Impeach the
drum break of all
president.
drum breaks, Impeach
Yeah.
the president. And that's kind of fitting for like these times.
That's right. That's right. And matter of fact, see, because you know, this is a beat exploration as well as history of what's going on locally, as well as what's been happening in music, and you know, you got to bring those gems out so we can inspire people.
Yes.
And with that, you know, I know you got a lot of gems for us tonight. We're gonna speak to Rock and Bone, and we're gonna do some we're gonna hear some tracks tonight, right? We're gonna hear some. We got some music.
Bro, we gonna have some
Okay.
fun tonight.
Well, we're gonna hear some music, all of that. But I also want to shout out too, since we're speaking about Newark, all right, and just to tie it into what's going on in the world, our own Newark native Michael B. Jordan
Oh
just
my
celebrated the opening of a movie.
Listen.
I don't know, y'all might have heard of it. It's called Black Panther. Now, shout outs to Newark native Michael B. Jordan, who came down last week for the premiere.
I heard he bought like crazy tickets
Yeah,
for like this.
for the kids and everything. Yeah. They let the schools and stuff, like some of the schools and stuff come. Roswell Rocker was there and everybody was there, and the news was there and all that. But it's good that each one of those different actors went to their hometown and celebrated the premiere with their hometown people and gave different kids the opportunity to check out what they were doing to inspire. See, this is what all this is about. Like, you use these beats and everything to inspire cats to make better music.
I like that.
And then it's the same thing. Good entertainment is really like, my former,
Yes.
part of it's edutainment. You
Yeah,
dig? Like, so,
entertainment, yes.
so it's like good entertainment always has a way of inspiring and maybe even educating. You know what I'm saying? The audience. You dig? Influence the audience so that they can build better things in the future. So that's what we like to do here, man. We got to give you that inspiration, man. So shout outs to the whole team of Black Panther and all that, man. I think it was like
they broke records,
like the top
unbelievable
5
records and shit, like the
Yeah.
money, the
Yeah.
box office. I mean, like
it's a top 5 movie of all times right now, like already, like, you know what I mean, a top 5 opening already. You know what I mean? Like, that's the support and everything. See, hey, that gives a lot of inspiration. Look, there's a lot of stories that's gonna be told because of this movie, and a lot of things that's gonna be coming out over the next couple of weeks. But one of those stories is the fact that, see, black people just wanted a good representation in the media. You know what I mean? And there's a thirst for it, and it's for real and obvious and proven fact. It's shown and proved that, by the money that was generated,
Yes.
that cats want to really see this. You know what I mean? And they're thirsting for some good quality entertainment. You know what I mean? So we gotta spread that out, man.
Why does it seem like Hollywood, like, this shit should have been happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
But the politics that be in Hollywood, you hear all these stories about the directors. Like Tyler Perry went and did his thing because they wouldn't let him do what he wanted to do.
Right, right.
Nobody's gonna buy that. Nobody. But every time
He
we put
made
our hands on something, we
billion
just take that shit to a whole nother level.
When you give somebody the freedom and the space to do their thing,
To work
and then you
their
give them the correct facilities, and like, see, a studio like Marvel and Disney, it could put something like this on that kind of level.
Yes.
Like a smaller budget, it might have looked crazy. You dig? Like, but you know what I mean? Like, they have the budget, they had the backing, and then once you get them the freedom to do what they need to do, this is the quality that you get, and the response from the audience is proof that they should do it again. You did so, but that's opening up for a lot of other people. See, a lot of black people taking the lead right now. Last good president we had was a black dude.
Hey.
You did?
I don't want to say you did. I mean, it's a good time to be black right now. It's a good time to be from Jersey right now.
Right.
Well, shout out to Michael B. Jordan.
That's
once
right.
again, brother. All the
Congratulations.
But it's also a good time to be from Jersey because we got Rock and Bones in the
That's
building.
right.
We're
We
gonna
about to
get into
do
some
it.
fun. We're gonna get into some talk. We're gonna have Rock talking about some producer talk because Sheens and everything changed up. Rock, what was your first machine that you ever had?
I started on Reason.
Oh.
Fruity Loops. Way
Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Garage.
Fruity Loops.
See, we got to get into all of that. We got to get into all of that, man. We got to get into all. Well, you got some new digital things going on here in the studio tonight too. Yeah, we even got a new clock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can see exactly what time it is.
Yo, definitely. All right, well, I'm gonna play a couple of joints and we'll be right back. This is Funky Cafe. This is Sun Tzu and Kurt Nice.
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back.
All right.
Black Panther shit, man.
Oh yeah. Did you see it yet?
Nah.
Did anybody else see it? Did you see it? I seen it. I seen that shit on Thursday, my nigga. I had to go see that shit. I was like, fuck that shit. I've been waiting too long. But see, the thing is, like, you don't even fully got to be into comic book movies to like it, because it's just a movie about showing black. There was no crackheads. There was no stupid niggas. There was like, I'm just saying, it's like it's refreshing to see a movie full of black people and shit, and there wasn't one crackhead.
No hoes.
Yes, saying.
And it was crazy. The crazy part about it is even what was his name? Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, Eric Killmonger. And shit.
Killmonger. Yeah.
Even they still
no.
was going. They had a
You understood his side.
It was too, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You was pretty much kind of like you agree with him and shit.
yeah. Because I mean, they was
That's
fighting
not
the
no
same
spoiler.
fight.
Yeah.
Just a different way, you know what I'm saying? Different way. It was all about the people, though. At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
But don't spoil it for him and shit.
I
We won't
heard
be
pieces of what his ideology was, and like I get it, but I want to see it.
Yeah, you got to see it for yourself. There's a lot of stuff in it and everything like that. It's not just like a simple bullshit movie. Sean P.
Yo, I've been listening to this nigga like all week. I had to catch up. You know what I'm saying? I had to catch up. I was like, this is ridiculous. This nigga is ridiculous.
Come on, man. Sean P. Oh, this Imperious Rex. He said a beat scene father.
Skull on my back. I refuse to say Toby. God damn. Yo.
Oh. He said with a white doll, baby. And see, that's the people is saying like that was the last time people kind of felt like that with that Eddie Murphy coming to America movie and shit. Like you kind of felt like it was a comedy though. This shit's serious. Like I mean, it's like a whole different level and
Like you were
shit.
saying earlier, like you ain't gotta be a comic book
Right.
fanatic or a Black Panther fan. It got its own story.
This is just
like,
a good story.
you could even set the superhero stuff
Aside,
Still,
it's just like a story about black
still
people, kind of
narrated
like it's just really like a story about black people, really, about like from slavery, Africa, all of that shit. Like it's about all of that shit. It ain't all heavy to like, you know what I mean? You almost don't know that that's what it's about until after you think about it and shit, after you leave and shit. As it's just going on, you damn, what's going on? Boop, 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 boop. It's like some James Bond shit in there, crazy car shit. It's a lot of shit. Shit, dude. When I caught up with them, that was what? 20. That was 19. That was 1990. No, that was 1996. 96. At fucking the Robert Tree. That shit was at the Robert Tree. That shit was at the Robert Tree. That was 22 years ago. When they came out 22 years ago.
Listen, I'm living Sackman Street / trigger tradition. We different from even niggas we kin with. I need distance. Got no time nor the attention span to listen to your bitch shit. Get a grip, nigga. Or get a grip, nigga. Get you a bitch, get a grip, nigga. If I make you a movie, get a grip, nigga. Light this shit up, I stick to the script with it. It's back to business, dip stitches and spit sickness. First time I kinda ever rap like this. If you could rap like this, you don't act like this. Jesus
Big Rock.
how 20 grab my dick.
Sent to other Fab Five.
When they did Linkin Park, fucking
Yeah, like what year was that? That was
just like
3 years,
ago.
2-3 years ago.
Not the last one. The
One before that, okay.
They had Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
This nigga stood on right on. I was at the table. He stood right on the table rapping shit. You want the tattoo on his arm? Still?
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, them niggas killed that shit.
It's General Still. One of the first people ever showed smoking weed on the tape was them and shit. Well, Smith and Wesson and shit.
Yep.
Hot. Sig. Sig not.
Y'all shit still come across like stress.
Godmatic.
Said he's a part of this shit. Every time I brought him back,
Yeah.
at least one gov joint, yo. Right next to the television station.
Yo, you know I got footage of Brick Mob at the Brick Mob store when they had the pool table in the back and Samad was there and shit. This is before like Ice of Life, I think. This is before Ice of Life and shit.
Yo,
I got Sig, I got everybody back there and shit. Brick Mob store and shit. That was like 19 years ago.
hell yeah. Okay.
That's Tommy Guns?
Yep. He's doing comedy shows now.
Really?
Yeah.
He do comedy?
He does comedy shows now.
Tommy Guns and shit? I remember Tommy Guns and shit.
He's doing a great job too. So stay
Okay, I didn't
tuned.
know he did. I didn't know he just started in the comedy and shit. I know he probably got a lot to say and shit.
After this, you want to get into it a little bit?
All right. You got tracks like
I got a couple of shows.
you want to play one and then
Yeah.
come in?
Matter of fact, they bite the brick, bomb swing. Collision.
So whose shit was Gilla House? Was that Red shit
That's
or?
Red shit. Red
All right,
shit.
but I
Red
thought
shit.
that was God, man. I thought that was Gov.
Red
But
started
Gov
Gilla
was
House.
doing a lot of the
Gov
beats
did a lot
stuff.
of beats and productions before the fucking beef.
Oh.
Gov was doing a lot of the production.
Cause I mean, he used to wreck Gilla House when like, we lived right down the street from each other and
yeah.
shit. So
Doing the shit for Reggie for Gilla House. First of all, Reggie stepped away from Eric Sherman. If you peeped it, he stepped away from Eric Sherman. Then he did Gilla House.
right. I mean, right.
Because all the albums that
I mean, he
was
used to
coming
shout out Gilla House all the time before I didn't know there was no beef, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy. That's what we tell him.
I thought he was Gilla House.
Red, but Red don't be doing that for his own.
I don't be knowing.
Taylor was supposed to be signing Gilla House.
I don't be knowing the
Z's
behind the
signing Gilla
scenes
House.
shit. Yeah.
But now, when you take a look at Tretch. Tretch got fucking own 50 niggas working. The niggas is
Yeah,
working.
yeah,
Traveling
well-
and all type of shit. So now it look like Runt. If you peep Runt is.
But you know what? Maybe everybody ain't a businessman like that though.
That shit too.
Red probably just more of an artist. You know what I mean? Like
That shit too. That shit is.
he not no entrepreneur type of dude. You dig? Like, you know, RZA and them niggas is like that.
I just beat.
But every one of them ain't, you know what I mean? Like,
Yo, check. We getting ready to go back on? We good?
yes, sir.
Yo, it's Funky Cafe. It's Sun Tzu with the legendary Kurt Nice.
Yes, yes.
We got Rockin' Bones in the building, the family. He's a good brothers. I got so much respect and just proud of the progress from at least 20 years. I've been seeing like at least almost 20 years of work. And I just felt it was the right thing to have these brothers come up on the show today, talk about what they're doing, what you are supposed to be looking out for in the future, careers, equipment. I'm pretty sure Bones gonna hit us off with a freestyle if we could get that, if we could get one.
Yeah.
If we could get one.
Yes, sir.
And you know that's what it's about today. Today is about my man Rocky and Bones.
All right, well look, man,
Very
let's go into some music though too. Like you had just about to start the conversation. You was talking about a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the things that make up music.
Oh,
you dig? Like so we was
the
talking about
elements,
producing,
right?
yeah. Like so we was talking
So
about
the producer is like the most
Yeah.
the biggest major part of an artist is the producer.
Mm-hmm.
Every producer, if y'all notice what we do here,
Like DJ
every
Khaled?
producer has his own sound. Khaled is like a DJ. You know, he reminds me of what's that? Let Me Clear My Throat dude. He reminds me of the dude that talk but just play party records.
Big Cap or
Big Cap, but there was
Yeah.
another one. Who's the one that really smacked on stage when
oh damn.
he do anyway.
Fat Man Scoop.
That
Man
man's
Scoop.
Scoop. Yeah.
That's who Khaled. He's the new Fat Man Scoop to me.
Does he make the beats though? Does he actually make the actual beats? Do y'all know that?
Nah.
So so what you think? He's taking other people's beats
He's going
and
to
then
the studio
say
and say,
it's
put a hi hat on that. Put some kicks on that.
he might arrange it a little
like what
bit.
Puffy used to do. When Puffy said he was a producer,
Wow.
Puff wasn't really producing. He would just come in and be like, all right, throw some shakers on there, put that sample with that, and they get executive producer on the credits.
Right.
But you don't know that they not really producing. Stevie J was doing a lot of that work.
So they're not on the board pushing the buttons.
Right.
Is what you're saying.
But
Okay. All right.
Rock is. Rock pushes buttons.
So I mean, now that's a difference. Now when Puffy, started doing that, it obviously paid off. Fake it till you make it kind of worked. You know what I'm saying? Like he was still known as.
Getting corporate on me?
No. I'm not. No, we didn't get to that part yet. We didn't get to the part where whether it was morally right or if it was, I'm just saying it. It kind of did work. I mean, it's working for Khaled, right? Because I don't be found like that. So I assumed that he made the beats. You're saying that he didn't make all them beats, like the ones for Rihanna. And all. First of all, that beat was kind of like very, like a.
Carlos Santana.
Right, but it was off of Wyclef biting Carlos Santana.
Yeah, so
that was like a third generation bite. You dig? That's like a third generation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you bit the record from another nigga that bit the record from another nigga. You're saying it's like you already knew that shit was gonna be a hit because Wyclef knew that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's why he did it. But so hold up. So I mean, what do y'all think about that, man? I mean, like, what's the state of producing right now? Who's a producer? Now keep it real though. Kanye was a good producer before though, right?
Yeah.
So and he
does that now too.
Right. So there are legitimate pop stars and people that are in that echelon or whatever that were doing for real beats, right? But what's the story? Like, who should be getting credit for all of this music and what's the role of the producer nowadays?
I agree with it. It's legal and
It's legal.
as it's done,
It's legal. It's like you can do it. So what the fuck?
as long as it's done,
Ain't nobody made you do it, but you can do it.
Some people got the ear to put things together like that. You know what I mean? You don't have to I don't know how to play horns, but I know what to tell a horn player to play. You know what I mean? So, I guess if it works out, long as I agree with the producer that do work on it getting their credit though, they just do.
So I mean, as far as who you think some of the top producers are right now?
Metro Boomin for sure. Mike Will made it. I can't even think of who else.
Well, I mean, Mike Will, he did a lot of stuff for Nicki Minaj and all them too.
He got some pop records and stuff too. Like,
all right, now let's get into that. Let's how are you defining the genres out here? All right, now I come from a true school background, bro. So you got to be safe when you talk. Cause we don't want to get into arguments and no bullshit. All right, so but because we got pop out here, we got rap, we got hip hop. There's differences. You know what I'm saying? There's differences in those things, though, right? So to me personally, I'll just say like this: I see today's rap music as more as pop music. You know what I'm saying? It's more of pop music. It's not necessarily hip hop per se.
Yeah.
You dig? Like they might be using some of the elements, maybe not. You don't even have to. You know what I'm saying? Because right now you could do straight up pop sounding songs like that. You don't even have to barely rap. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think the state of producing it is? What genres out there you see and who's doing it? Like who's doing it big? Who do you?
I've been listening to a lot of Joey Badass, Kendrick. J. Cole. I'm like, hip hop's still alive though. Hip hop still, and they still like the top selling artists, regardless of what the media is trying to force in front of our faces. They try to force feed us stuff that's not good for us. So, but there are artists that are still out there keeping the culture alive. The producers too. I think they, they just getting their checks. Like they're going, they'll do a hip hop record if they need to do a hip hop record. They'll do a pop record if they pay them.
And there's really nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's like you could do all kind of genres of music and stuff like that. And just quick, you shout out Kendrick Lamar, but the #1 album that dropped this week was the Black Panther soundtrack, produced by Kendrick Lamar and shit. So
that's crazy.
You know what I mean? So that's a hip hop, and think about what they're doing to the audience that listens to that music now. Like they're exposing all kind of don't care about hip hop type of people to hip hop music because of the variety of venues that is coming through. You got movies, you got TV shows, you got Netflix. And think about what Chio Coker and with Tribe Called Quest producer Ali Shaheed Muhammad.
Yeah.
And Andre that did Ghostface album. I can't remember old boy's name right now. And that's one of my dudes too. Anyway, that soundtrack for the Luke Cage, that shit was revolutionary. You dig? Like making score type music.
Yeah.
All right, now we going into like, you ain't just gotta make hip hop records all day. You can make stuff that's considered pop rapper, or you could do rock. You could be doing scores for movies. You could be doing commercials. You know what I'm saying? So where have you seen hip hop or producing change? Like even just like over the last 20 years, like where you see your horizons change in that?
I know, like I've noticed that it is a trend in like me and Bone. We do a lot of film and TV stuff. And I'm like, yo, there's a better lane for us in that.
No, let's explain that a little bit. They do a little stuff. What does that mean?
Open
thing. People could actually like you could be credited with doing the open credits for like a TV show or something like that, or Netflix. And how does that happen though? How do you get them type of gigs? Like how do you get them type of situations?
Various different contacts. We've been blessed to have a good publisher, music publisher. Who helps push our tracks into the right direction and get into the right hands. Shout out to music and his partner Marcel Green.
Yes.
That's our
Shout out to Marcel. What's up, baby?
Yeah, so like
Big Jeff. All right. So in other words, it ain't just you in the lab making 100 beats a day. Like, yo, look, I just made 100 more beats this week. It's not just about that, but having a team of people that's working in your best interest, trying to see avenues where they could push your sound without just getting on the radio or something like that. Right. Now, some of the opportunities that might be available are like, what are some of the opportunities that you've heard of that might be available to people? Like, what are some of the wild things that you've even heard of that people are getting paid for, like as a producer? You know what I'm saying? Or what's one of the good things that you got paid for, just besides, like, I guess, like a TV show?
I mean, the TV and film stuff. I mean, we've done stuff for colleges, football stadiums.
All right, explain that, man. Explain that. Cats don't know that this is even available. Like a cat that's producing in his house think that he gonna make a track for the next, hot artist or something like that, and that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, they have no idea. They're gonna sit in the house and keep making beats. That's all they're gonna do.
And I was talking,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, a friend of mine, like, the main thing is you gotta, like, when you create your music, you gotta let people hear it. People they're gonna take it, they're gonna copy it, they're gonna jack it. It's like admiration. It's gonna happen.
But you don't sweat it like that.
Yeah, you gotta, switch your style up or do something different. Like, but you gotta let people hear your music because that's the only way they gonna hear it.
So in other words, if you got like a football stadium full of people, you're exposing them to your beats and then getting them acclimated to your sound.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's a good move. I mean, that's a lot of, man. This is
more than one avenue.
There's more than one avenue. Even just getting paid or just expose yourself. Because even something like that, if you could expose your music to like 100,000 people in a football stadium, you might forego the check just to get the exposure sometimes too, and that might not be a bad deal. So. People don't go. So that's good that you're dropping that science on people. You know what I mean? So I mean, but also, like, what were you influenced by as a producer, and what are you continuing to be influenced by right now?
Right now, I've been taking a quick hiatus. I'm just like reflecting on what I can, what state we doing. grow, you know what I mean? And either changing the style, changing the instruments, or just trying something different. Listening to a lot more film scores and stuff like that. And you know, everybody's doing the trap sound, which is cool. But you gotta figure out what's next.
Can I please, like, how do you feel about that shit? Like, this new style of producing comes in, and it's like the wave for like 5 years. Yo, it started 50.
I mean, but that was a full trap like we have now.
So,
Well, do you think that style is
at all? That's the whole goal. That's
Piper,
they make it repetitive.
I know, I'm dead ass, yo. I was just having this conversation with my boy yesterday, right? And it's like the music fits what's going on for these past couple of years. So the kids is doing lean, they taking codeine and shit. Everything is slow as fuck. No ass beat that come on. You stuck in this. It's damn near like I'm telling you, like when you the club shit. Playing that to fit. Shit is different now. Heroin is back in fucking full effect, in all type of different styles. The music is slow and weird and shit. I mean, it's like,
it was
saying that shit years ago, but this is some bullshit. Like, how do you maintain, like, to not listen to that shit and get into you? I mean, I know that you or how do you like do all that dumb shit?
I think personally, you just gotta be conscious and aware. You can listen to it, you just gotta be conscious and aware of what you listen to. And also counteract it with other stuff, like counteract it with other different types of music. Like I listen.
Doing some shit. Let's get stuck, like you said. They get on that lean, whatever. They get stuck, and they just think that song that's legitimate, bro.